So, what happened? You went out on, was it Monday morning?
Yeah, Monday morning to get our cray pots. Yeah, just out of, just ran from Stingray Bay on the west coast. And yeah, we headed out, all good through the breakers, got out the back there. Then we realised, yeah, it was probably a bit rough, a bit too full on. So we all decided to head back in, so all pretty good, all pretty boat-wise, and yeah, just talking to each other, looking out, and then coming back in behind the waves, so it was all good. Then we happened to see one of our cray pots, so we turned the boat back into the wave, waded, all looked clear, all fine. So then we decided to pull the cray pot. Danny was pulling the pod, everyone's looking, boat facing straight out into the water, and then this wave just stood up out of nowhere. It was just like huge, just like 4 metres wide, and I just remember looking, had the boat pointed straight out, looking at it, and just come up. I was just looking at it, and I was like, oh, we're in some trouble, and I was like, yeah, hold on boys. And like, before we knew it, like Danny looked around, didn't even have time to brace or anything, and just went boom, just dumped the boat and just flipped it up on itself. And then, yeah, the next thing I remember was just getting rocked around the wash and then coming up under the boat, and I like shoot him under the boat, and the boat's upside down, so then I pushed myself out, come back up, and just treading water, and it was pretty hard.
So you were able to lift the boat up?
No, I pushed myself back down and then come back up, and then I was just, yeah, treading water was pretty hard, just had on Blunstons and had 2 jumpers on and Stormy, and then treading water, and then yeah, found my tag, Stormy, pulled that, and then yeah, best feeling I think I've ever had. Pulled that and inflated, and yeah, I was too happy. Looked around, the other boys had all come up. Danny had the auto inflate on, which was, yeah, he inflated straight away, which is lucky because he got a big hit on his head. And like,
so you came up outside in the open water or in the
I was in under the boat, just scraped the side and just found my way out, and it just popped straight up to the top because it was already inflated, which was good.
So you just flipped over, inflated under the boat, but you're in the air pocket?
Yeah.
And then you were able to just lift it up?
Yeah.
Have you got the stitches in the back of your head?
Yeah.
Can we have a look at that? Yeah. Well, so that was from the boat coming down,
yeah,
like a seat or something in the boat?
Not too sure what it was, but it was definitely something in the boat tip.
the doctor said he's very lucky he wasn't knocked unconscious, but probably the best person because of the auto inflate. So,
lucky that he had it on.
And then we looked around, so inflated, Daddy's inflated the ground, Mark pulled his, got his inflated. Then the other thing was, bad fault. We had one of the older jackets and the canister wasn't actually screwed in, it was just like sitting loose, which is, fault. And then James managed, the other fella managed to tread water, screw his canister in, and boom, that one went up as well. And then, we were fine. And then, we just clinged to the boat, and then we just kept getting waves broken on us. And, pretty good, all pretty calm.
So how far offshore were you?
We're probably at that stage, we're probably about, like from the furthest point, probably about 200 metres out. And then the worst thing was just like the waves just kept breaking on us, and the anchor in the boat actually had come out. We'll hold on to the boat, we were actually stuck in the break zone. So James, our other mate, ended up getting a knife to him, and he ended up cutting the rope. And then we're right, we're all clinging on the boat, and we're like, oh yeah, it's going to push us in, we'll be fine. The worst thing was it pushed us into another break zone where all these bombies were, and waves break, and then we'll just, waves would hit us, we'll get knocked off the boat, everyone would swim back to the boat.
So you're on the upturn boat?
Yeah, just clinging on, like I was standing on the back motors, he was on the dive ladder. Danny and that were all just clinging on, then the wave would hit, everyone got knocked off, people would grab each other, pull each other in, we're all talking, heads up boys. And then James made the call, he said we have to leave the boat, we have to swim out, otherwise we're just going to keep getting nailed on the rocks. So we just end up, James just said we've got to go, and like no one really wanted to leave the boat. And we just left it, just started swimming out, and it was pretty hectic. Like the first probably 30 minutes of trying to get out past the breakers. That was the hardest. Like just kicking, and then I realised I had Blunstons on. I was like, oh, I'll probably lose them. Threw my buddies off, and then it was kicking, and big waves are coming. Everyone just talking. Big wave, boys, brace yourselves, and kick up and break, and then like pop back up. Stormy's like, go, just pop back up, and then half hour was pretty hard slog. That would have been the hardest bit, wasn't it?
That's been dark. Get out of the swell,
just kicking, and then
How did you swim? Did you swim on on your back?
No, we were just all facing into it more than anything. Probably.
Just breaststroking it.
Yeah, just like
Heads up.
keeping our heads up. Just didn't really want to turn your back to the wave at all because you couldn't see if it was breaking or.
Yeah.
So we just swimming straight out to it, and then we got out past the back, and then we were just like the rollers were still coming, but they weren't breaking on us. So we're just going up. We still every now like when the big one come out, kick up, boys, and like keep our heads up. And it was all good, and then yeah, we ended up out there for like 2.5 to 3 hours, and then yeah, being probably a bit skinny and got a bit cold, and then legs started shutting down, arms started shutting down, and the boys had Mark on one side, Danny on the other side, holding on to me, and then yeah, I couldn't even hold on to them by the end of it. Like my hands were gone, legs stopped kicking, and then I was just like, yeah, just floating there, and then
Did you have your hood on?
no, just all puffed up. Like yeah, I should have had all those jumpers off, but yeah, didn't really want to take the stormy off. One thing I did find, which was
You'll
good.
never take a storm.
Nah, the one thing I did find the best was I actually had mine clipped in.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was, it was the other ones, but I had mine clipped in and it sat a lot better. Like mine was done up nice and tight, so it didn't pull up as bad. Like yeah, it sat perfect. But yeah, we just.
So that's a really good thing. Well, one of the things we find is a lot of people forget they've got a hood.
The hood.
In circumstance like this where you're losing so much heat
Yeah.
out of your body.
The hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, did we? Didn't crush it. I just want to keep swimming, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and then like it's pretty daunting, like swinging out to sea, right, and then swimming back in. And then by the end of it, we ended up like 2 k's offshore. And then yeah, I started shutting down, like I had my eyes shut. And I thought that was the end of me. And then the boys would keep me up, like, oh, you'll be right, you'll be right. And then yeah, Danny ended up seeing the cray boat, and Mark ended up just holding me, and then these boys were whistling, had the whistles going flat out.
Yeah.
You were trying to jam whistling while
Yeah,
out.
have a blow the whistle, mate. Just get people yelling, have a go, and do that.
Yeah, I didn't want to go whistle, I'm like, get that thing out of my mouth. And then yeah, ended up, then they cray boat seen us and come in, and yeah, it was the best thing ever. And then by that stage, I was like out to it, like the boys had to lift me on the boat, and I was just mad hypothermia going. So
Fetal position, mate.
yeah, just shaking, yeah, pretty crazy.
Do you remember getting on the boat?
Nah. I can remember the boat there and just like looking up, but like I couldn't even open my eyes properly. Like I just had like little white vision around my eyes, and like couldn't see properly. And yeah, they just lifted me up and threw me on. The captain took his jacket off, put it straight on me, and yeah, pretty good, pretty lucky.
Yeah, engine too, didn't he?
Yeah, just to warm me up. Yeah.
A big cuddle up that.
Yeah, the boys,
Yeah, boys.
boys had a big cuddle, and yeah, I was just on the floor, just yeah.
So how did you manage it?
It was all right. I was just sticking together. I think it's what got us through it, really. Just sort of just kept swimming. When he was shutting down, we just all sort of said, right over, get him through it. So that's what sort of got us through it. I think just mates, you just got to help him out, just keep swimming. And Jimmy swam out, the shoals where to go, and we just followed him. So yeah.
Sticking together too, I suppose.
That was a big thing. By ourselves, it'd be a bit daunting, but
Yeah, it was good. Like none of us when it first happened, no one even really panicked like that bad. Like, oh, well, we flipped the boat, stayed together. Everyone's just like, but no one was like, oh, we're in so much trouble or threatened. Like, yeah, like, it was pretty good.
Well, after you've been in the water for a while, you get a bit worried.
Yeah, we're really lucky we didn't see like the stormy was up around Danny's head. We're lucky we didn't see the gash on his head and the blood coming out because that probably would have shook us all up. Danny probably wouldn't have been as focused. Like he didn't even notice he ended up here with
Right,
five.
so you didn't know that you hadn't even cut your head.
As soon as I hit the cray boat, I knew that it was safe. And all of a sudden I was like, just my head hurts. It's a bit like that. It was just clarity coming out of the top of my head.
Yeah, so that wouldn't be
Just
too
adrenaline, I suppose.
long either.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
you weren't breathing like that. Whoa.
Yeah, so we were saying as well to like we've got a couple of mates that come out fishing with us and they don't have stormies and we're like, oh, we might have anyone in the boat without a stormy now. Like we have other life jackets, just those stupid little foam things, but like you wouldn't last with one of those. Like they wouldn't keep you up. Yeah.
And the stormy, although you got cold, would have helped your body more.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know,
Yeah.
so you would have been a lot if you had a foam one on.
Oh yeah. We were looking at the foam ones, like when we were like, they washed up on the shore. We looked at it and we were like, you got a chance. Like you just like they're just waste of time really. Yeah. You're in the boat only so you can don't get in trouble.
Above the water, I reckon.
Really.
So after all that, what do you think about the West Coast and boating.
Probably start on the East Coast.
Saying Shelly.
Listen to their old man. He was,
Sure. You warned us the whole time,
warned, he didn't want us to go up
careful,
there.
challenges, be careful. Last day, foot that.
We got warned by a couple of our drivers up there as well. They warned us. They're like, oh, watch out for those 2 metres skinned up. So they skinned up out of nowhere, boys. And we're like, yeah, we're pretty confident. We've been doing it for a while, but like I said, when it just stood up and was like boats put into it, nothing else we could do, and
I dive on day before, all fine.
Yeah, we were in the water the day before. That was fine. All this, we were probably out there for like 4 hours. Yeah, but just
Conditions just changed,
Change.
or just road waves, would you call it?
yeah, just road waves. Like when we decided to actually pull the pot, we swung in, we waited a bit and just ride over, everything was fine. Then we like, yeah, all good, and then that wave just stood up out of nowhere.
We were very lucky.
Yeah.
Very lucky.
And cool the old man was fun too. I was like, oh, just lost your boat, mate.
So we won't recover that. Will they recover that?
I reckon she's pretty much wrote off now, so the insurance already pretty much said, yeah, don't worry about it, she's gone. So.
Yeah, it was getting smashed on the rocks. Yeah.
Motors are gone, so
Should be 50 holes.
pretty crushed in at the moment.
Yeah.
Bit of scrap metal.
Right, well, so we've got a few different models there. But this one will be one of the originals.
Yeah.
Of 1994.
It still going strong.
Still work that?
That's
That's a good thing.
1994. That one's a 2013, I reckon.
Yep.
That one will be about 2013 too, and that one's a bit older, so that's about whose is that one?
That's Dale, one of Dale's old ones.
Yeah, okay. Right, well we know the chambers are all working really well then, don't we?
Yeah, well,
That one
would
is
have been like the
still
original.
so yeah.
Time for that one to be retired.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Yeah. Might have to hang that one on the wall, I reckon.
I think that's a museum piece, that one.
Yeah.
Memento.
Yeah, well I'm really glad you guys all made it
Yeah.
back from that little adventure, the Wild West.
Yeah.
It can be very unforgiving, can't it?
Definitely. I'd definitely be emphasising people using the strap as well. Strapping in. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Just like made it sat heaps better when it did inflate.
So, and also like having them zipped all the way up. Did you guys have yours zipped all the way?
Yeah.
Most people just zip them up and leave them here. If you zip it all the way up, it just traps the warmth in better too.
Yeah.
That's why the zip goes all the way up. So just little things that you're not going to really think about, and you're not going to think about there's a hood in there, but that hood could maybe give you another half an hour in those conditions.
Yep.
You know, so I'm very glad you can tell us the story. Another thing that we probably should suggest for you guys is one of those personal refurbs.
Yeah,
on my desk. That'll be good. I'm going to show you one of those. If you ever found yourself overboard like that, hopefully this is a once in a lifetime experience for you. All you do is activate it.
Yeah.
And then at least emergency services know come looking for you.
Yeah.
Because that was the thing I heard through Luke, that somebody on land was watching you and they went and what
So that's how we were so lucky, because like we had the pots just out in front of where we were camping. We're lucky we weren't around the bay, because we just said to the boys we were going out to get it, and then they were watching us from the rocks, and then they were like seeing us, the boat flip, and like, oh shit, the boat's actually flipped, like shit, what do we do? And then one of the boys got on the motorbike and rode around to Granville and like contacted one of the locals there, and then they did the rest. I called the SES, because there's no reception up there as well. So we're like, if we were around further and then the boys still seen it, and like still was relying on them to get reception. So yeah, one of these is definitely.
That would definitely help in that
100%,
situation.
yeah.
So the cray boat must have been in the area.
That was further around again, and then when they got the SES call, they actually had the helicopter up in the air on its way to us, and then they radioed across, and then the cray boat pulled up anchor and come around, and that found us first. So a bit upset. We wanted a helicopter ride. I probably could have held in there for another 10 minutes. Yeah.
It would have been even harder for you because you were so cold.
I wouldn't have been able to do
Might
anything.
not have been any fun.
Nah, the boys would have had a good helicopter ride. I still would have been on the floor.